So you guys know the big tech stock market boom is over, right? This is not financial advice. Things can be overvalued for much longer. I'm just saying that in practical, like real world economic terms, like it's over. So what happened with the launch of the internet was a bunch of technology companies figured out how to completely devour a range of industries, talking about a bunch of media industries, advertising more than anything else. And by doing this, becoming like the one company instead of the tens or hundreds of thousands of companies throughout the world that like did these things, they became tremendously massive and tremendously profitable. And that process is over. It doesn't, it's not a currently continuing process. In 2020, everybody went inside, everybody went onto their computers, and the tech world got its last big, huge push. And what people recognized at that point was this was it. There was nothing else coming unless they could come up with another narrative. The first narrative they came up with was crypto. Oh, well, finance is still huge. All those banks are huge. We can take those over, maybe, right? And 5 years later, it has come to absolutely nothing. Like, yeah, sure, Bitcoin still exists, but it has been eaten. The idea that the tech companies were going to eat finance has been reversed. The old school finance players have eaten crypto. That's what happened. So there's no big boom there. Now the AI thing is, basically nuts. There is no industry they're targeting. They're just saying, we're going to invent a robot god. And I'm not saying that AI technology is useless. I am saying that these current valuations and the supposed growth expectations upon which those valuations are based on a robot god myth that's not going to happen, no matter how useful these technologies may or may not be. And unfortunately, I think the third strike on this is going to be what we're seeing now, which is them pouring hugely into military stuff. And those are industries, but like there's not a lot of oomph there. There's not enough to get anywhere near the kinds of growth that they had. It's just not going to work. And so now we're entering this world where we've been for about a decade with the oil market. We've talked a lot on this channel in the past about how oil prices are just stubbornly high because everybody believes we're going to go back to those magical times of 2000 to 2014, the China shock, when everybody needed every last piece of oil and gas and we're willing to pay a premium for it. And like it just keeps not happening, and people have lost literally hundreds of billions of dollars investing in the oil market as the prices just sink, 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 sink. And I think we're going to see something analogous with big tech over the next decade or so. Of course, the scale of money we're talking about here isn't hundreds of billions, it is multiples of trillions. But yeah, it's just the big tech stock boom is over.